action.
Matthew's not here right now because his alarm didn't go off and he lives like almost an hour away. So he will be here in the second half of the pod. We decided to go ahead and start recording without him. Okay?
Motherfucker.
And I forgot to click record. So we just like went on for a whole minute talking about stuff. And so we're going to have to repeat ourselves. Anyway, we can, what we were talking about, Matthew and controversial stuff.
He's a white male, so like nothing affects him, and like people would like probably be more hateful towards him.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying?
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And Becca was like, now that Matthew's not here, we can say whatever we want. And I was like, well, technically we can say whatever we want anyways, because we're not a big pod yet. We have like, 33 subscribers right now. So we can do and say whatever we want with no consequences.
Let's
really
say slurs.
Yeah. No, I don't actually want to do that. Like, I'm still going to hold up my very vague morals.
Yes.
I'm going to hold those up. I don't even want to, well, I guess I'm going to mention it because I was like, I'm not going to mention this, but like people are watching.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do a segment. I don't know when. It's whenever I have time where we figure out, it's going to be how gray are your morals. It's going to be a little game that we play where we, there's a scenario and you say whether you do it or not, and the scenarios are all going to be fucked up. Like, example, would you eat human flesh?
Absolutely not.
Or if somebody won the lottery and you could kill them and take their money and it'd be completely legal, like that movie, would you do that?
Absolutely not.
To see how gray or completely fucked are each of our morals. That'll probably be either next episode or the episode after. It's just whenever I have time to put together the thing, because I'm in school and I got a lot of shit going on.
I like that idea. I feel like we could do like, there's like type of questions where it's like, you are guiding a train and there's a fork in the railroad. Is it going to hit one person who is like the president of the United States, or is it going to hit 5 people that are just random pedestrians? And you have to like decide like whose lives matter more.
Yeah.
Like that could be a good like gray area.
What if I just do nothing?
You explode.
So I sacrifice my
They
life
all
and
die. The plane splits in half, or the train splits in half.
Well, I have object permanence issues, so if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. So if I just walk away and they all die, I'll just like after about an hour or two, I'll just forget that ever happened.
Oh my God, see, this is where we differ.
We differ a
Morally,
lot, and morally we differ a
Yeah.
lot. So I feel like that would be a really interesting segment. This is like really, really weird without Matthew here.
I know. I feel like, because I know we're going to have to do this a few times.
We're going to have to do this when Matthew moves to New York.
Yeah.
Which we'll get used to it. In the beginning when we started filming, it was awkward. I mean, it's not necessarily awkward. We're just used to whenever there's a pause, Matthew fills that pause.
Yeah.
So like it's just a little bit weird.
We just need to adjust.
Also, if you attended Becca's live today, it is Friday the 13th, Spooky Yuki. Becca made a Breaking Bad joke. So I put on my Breaking Bad hoodie that says I'm the one who knocks.
I'm the one who knocks.
Just so you guys, so you viewers of Becca's TikTok lives can see. Okay?
If you want to watch my lives, go to my TikTok. It's Becca the Awesome.
You better follow her on there.
I do a lot of things on my live. I just kind of hang out. I edit the podcast. What else do I do?
You watch movies?
I watch movies sometimes. I do get ready with me. I make food.
I wish that we would have prepared for Friday the 13th because we could have like told some ghost stories.
Or we could have like dressed up. Or
yeah,
something.
we could have dressed up in a costume or something. Like we could have done something for it.
We should have.
I feel like we'll remember that for the next Friday the 13th.
It's almost Halloween. Should we do a Halloween episode? We can do it. We can all dress up.
We can do a Halloween
Can
episode.
we?
Yes, we can all dress up. We can
I'll
do
be
that.
a priest, and you can confess your sins.
That would be fucking awesome.
I'm gonna put a priest outfit on my wish list so people can buy it. I still need to figure that out.
Oh, your whole wish list thing?
So apparently with Amazon wish list, I had a wish list for my TikTok, so like people that watch my lives can like buy me stuff if they want to. And apparently they can see what city I live in once they purchase something.
I think the solution to that is to have both a wish list and a P.O. box and put the P.O. box like somewhere in Cincinnati. So that way it'll, when somebody buys something for you on it, it'll say a different city.
But then people know where the P.O. box is and they could like camp out at it.
Oh, yep, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I need to stop giving so much details because I'll be like, the Target up the road or like something like that, and it's like people can literally find you based on that.
Yes, and I keep yelling. That's why in your chat I'm always like, just say you live in Cincinnati, bitch. Just say you live in Cincinnati. Hey guys, if she says she lives in Cincinnati, leave her. She lives in Cincinnati, okay?
I'm just a girl.
Like she's nervous because she has gotten big in social media before and developed stalkers, and when that happens, she completely deletes all of her shit and disappears.
Yeah.
Okay, because that shit's scary. If you want Becca to disappear, then keep it up. But if you want Becca to continue to do her lives and continue to be active on her social medias, stop.
Yes,
okay, please stop, because she will vanish.
I've done it before.
You and Matthew also did pretty well on YouTube originally.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could probably get there again. It's just going to take a lot of work. Because now, example, YouTube is so saturated. Everywhere is so saturated because everyone wants to be a content creator. So we're going to have to do something that is different, that stands out in some way. Like, yes, we just do a podcast just like everybody else, where we just sit here and talk to each other. But I'm trying to change it up by doing like the little games that we play. Maybe we could have a pod where we go out and do something and record it.
I would love that.
But I don't know how we would do that with the mics and stuff. Maybe have a mic attached to our phone.
We could get one of those wireless mics that attach to your shirt.
Yeah, like a Bluetooth.
To the phone, and then maybe we could get someone that could film us. So we'd have mics, but then one camera that films us, like someone that films us.
Maybe we could have Justin, like he just there and recording us. Like we go to the casino. And then like doing stuff like that would be a lot more difficult because there would be a lot more tedious editing involved, because you wouldn't want to just record straight shot of us walking through the casino like, what do we want to do? I don't know. You want to condense it down to the interesting bits. So it would be like a lot more work. A vlog, absolutely.
Like I see like the back of us walking with like funny music or something like.
Yeah, and you could get creative with it. Like one of your, I love how you edit, okay, because you can tell you put like time and effort into it. Like one time I was talking about how I got bit by a dog, and then a picture of the dog came on the screen. I was like, this is awesome. I love this. Like actually like more interactive of a video. I love how you've been editing, okay?
Thank you. Well, the last one that I'm editing now, I didn't really do anything extra, but I definitely
Well, you don't have to every time. It's just that I've seen that it depends on how much time you have. And right now you're in school.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder to put time and effort into it. So I wish that I had more time, because like I want to be able to put TikToks out, and I see that you have done some TikToks and I have liked them.
Yeah. But
like I would like to actually start putting TikToks out every week, but time.
It's just hard to like go through and find clips.
Yeah.
Like I think I need to start, like, when I'm editing, like, get the time mark and save it, like, in my notes as, like, possible, like, clips or whatever. And then I could send it to you and be like, edit this or not.
What I was going to do is I listen to the pod while I'm at work. And what I was going to do is anytime I heard something funny, I was going to pause it and then write down the timestamp and then, like, continue on. Because I'm at work and I can just, like, keep going, you know what I mean? And I have the headphones in my ear. So,
yeah.
So Apple had their, I love Apple, for all of you who don't know. I love Apple, okay? I love Apple. In case you didn't know, I love Apple. Anyway.
I like oranges, sorry.
They just had their new, what do you call it? The event thing where they have an event where they introduce their new tech.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking
about. I don't remember what it's called either. But like I always watch that in all entirety every single every single year. I watch it in all of its entirety. Like one of the things is the Apple Watches. Okay, so I got an email because I missed the tech event, and I got an email and I looked, and then it showed the new watch. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay, it's super super thin. Like you see how my Apple Watch is? It's like almost half this. It's super thin, and this is the 9. Apple Watch 9, and I told Justin, I was like, can I buy that right now? And he's like, you just bought a watch. No. And I was like, okay.
Well, can you trade in the watch to get it?
Or... Don't give me ideas. I don't need it. I probably can, yes. I don't need to, though. Usually what I like to do is I like to have my watch for several years, and then I'll give it to one of my friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, by that point, it's either I could sell it for, like, $70 or just give it to a friend who wants it. And I'd just rather do that. Yeah. Just give it to somebody. Like, I give it to either Chelsea or Bobby, usually.
But with it being so thin, I would be nervous.
Well, every year the glass on the phones and the watches gets stronger and stronger. Like they're finding ways to make it tough. I wear my watch at work, and I have a screen protector on it, and I always smash the screen protector because I'm rough with everything. I have never broken a watch screen.
I would be afraid of it like bending if it was so thin.
I think it's titanium, which is a really strong metal. I don't know. And you can get protective cases to put over them too if you wanted to. But they also released it's the Apple Pro, the AirPods Pro 2. Okay, like the headphones. I hate all the numbers.
Yeah,
I hate the numbers. Like there's a 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 21.
It's gonna get to a point where it's like 300.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, chill it out. But the Apple AirPods, I never owned a pair of Apple AirPods before, but I want to get them. And the reason that I want to get them is because they are going to be medical grade hearing aids.
What?
Like legit hearing aids.
Wait, what do you mean?
The headphone will act as a hearing aid. So when you have the headphone in, just like with any hearing aid, it enhances the sound when you're talking to someone so you can hear them better. For those of you who don't know, in this ear, I have hearing loss.
So, like, you'll be listening to music and then you can hear everything that's happening around you, too?
Okay, so they also have, if you're listening to music and let's say somebody comes up to you and talk to you, if you go, what? And talk back, it turns the music, like, all the way down so you can hear them automatically. And, it also, like, if, for example, Justin, he works in a construction type job. If there's a loud noise, it will mute that loud noise so it doesn't damage your eardrums.
Like automatically?
Yes. It will mute the loud noise so it protects your ears from loud noises. And then also it acts as a hearing aid. So if you have hearing loss, you can actually hear people talking around you. It'll amplify.
There'll be people that buy it just for the hearing aid, like, function of it. That's actually really cool.
Like Justin wants it for the ear protection for at work. He does not like the little stick on the headphone. He doesn't like that at all. But he also has a problem. He likes to wear them when he sleeps because he has to have constant noise, and I can't sleep with any noise. So he'll wear headphones when he sleeps, but when he lays down, you know, when you tap the headphone, how I'll pause it or whatever, it'll like pause it or rewind, fast forward, do whatever, and mess up his audio. So I'm the touch things on the stick on the side. So I'm hoping that when he lays down, it won't affect anything. I'm hoping. But we're both going to get a pair. They're expensive. Yeah, they're $250.
Brother.
We're both going to get a pair. But also the headphones that you bought me for, I think it was my birthday or Christmas one year. That was like years ago. They're starting to like, the audio keeps cutting out on them like consistently. And I'm like, well, they're a cheap pair of headphones. So I'm going to get a nice pair. My first nice pair.
My earbuds, I need to buy new ones too. I've had them for like 3 years.
I'll buy you
like JLab or something.
I'll buy you a pair of Apple headphones that you can't even use with your Android.
I'm like, wait.
I think you can now. I think there was a lawsuit against Apple because they made it to where if you use like off-brand things with their stuff, they purposely will make it like not work well.
What?
And that's probably why I'm having problems with my headphones.
Maybe.
Is because it's not Apple branded, so they're like, fuck you, we're not going to put as much effort in this code. That's
really annoying.
Well, that's capitalism for you.
Samsung or Android doesn't do that shit.
No, Andrew.
Andrew.
Who's that? Android is like the third party king.
Yeah.
They love all the third party tech. Like they don't care. They don't have to put effort into it. Do what?
They're superior. Android is better than Apple.
No, they're not. I use an Android phone at work, and it fucking pisses me off every single day.
They use, like, the lowest quality Androids for that shit.
It's one of the ones that have a G in it.
Yeah, that's a low quality.
Oh, I don't know shit about Androids.
That's probably like $150 phone.
Well, Justin also had a work Android where they gave him a phone because he didn't have a phone, so they could contact him and stuff, and so he could call the people. Like when he does a job, he can call like the boss at the facility and be like, "Hey, I'm here," blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And he got so angry at that phone all the time, and it made him switch to iPhone. He had like a Galaxy 8 or something.
Maybe just user error.
I think Androids are shit.
He's an idiot, is what I'm saying.
Well, I heard that iPhones are for stupid people because it's a very, very basic layout and anyone can figure out how to use it versus Androids, it takes a lot more brain power. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe when I'm using my phone, I don't want to use mental effort. I just want to immediately pull up what I want immediately.
You're an iPad kid. You're like, just give it to me.
Yeah, like
I don't want to use brain
I need content right now.
Film for 20 minutes without you.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hello.
Hello.
I'm fucking tired. Hello.
I told you we could push it off by an hour.
I didn't think it was gonna be an issue because, God, move. I'm like, okay, I'll just wake up. Like I went to bed. I went. No, for real. Like I went to bed earlier than I do usually. I was like asleep by 2:30, and then I had to help Maya get ready in the morning at like 7, and then I went back to bed. I had alarms set. All of them went off. Not one of them woke me up. Don't lick me, dude. Don't lick me, dude.
Was it like, do you keep your phone in your bed?
I have it on a nightstand.
Oh.
I have it on a little like wireless charger. It's like propped up like that, like straight up and down. Like son of a dick, dude. But
Brother.
I don't have as powerful burps as Becca. I'm jealous.
It's because I'm a part of the GERD gang.
I think that's like the order of how we sit on this couch is power of burps. from my left to my right.
So yours is
I'm in
second.
the middle. I got some burps, but they're not as less than or greater. Wait, no, less than or equal to of yours.
Lucy,
Not as
stop it.
obtuse.
Not as obtuse.
Obtuse angles.
My obtuse caboose.
Caitlin's is a cute angle burps. Matthew's is
Mine
a
are
right
like,
angle. And mine is an obtuse angle.
I have noticed that with
No comment.
I've noticed that with like burps. If I try to suppress them, they just stay suppressed. But if I actively try to make them loud, the louder they'll get.
Yes. Don't suppress them. Let them out. And you gotta put your full chest into it.
Like that.
Like catapult it from your body.
So have you started your new job at Amazon yet?
We already know the answer to this.
No. I don't have a water bottle that says Amazon on it.
Well, I saw that you were at your one place last night.
My one place.
She's been stalking you.
No, because we were texting and I was like, I wonder if Matthew's at work right now because your girlfriend messaged. She posted on Facebook that you were working third shift, but it's like right next to the Walmart that it showed that you were at.
That Walmart, yeah. I guess it's kind of close by.
It was literally right next door and showed that you were in the building.
Yeah.
It started with a J.
It's the same building I used to work at.
Really?
Yeah, it's in the same building. But it's just for Amazon now.
So technically you just moved areas in the building?
Essentially, I got fired from one, and then they don't know that I got fired from there.
And you just like shuffled
Yeah.
over? Okay.
Yeah,
I was really, really confused. How are you liking your new job?
She was like, "You're a fucking liar. You lied to me."
No.
That's exactly what I thought.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Be as vague as possible.
I'll be as there's a term for it, reverse recycling logistics or something like that, where we get boards, like I can't say what kind of board. I don't think it's like a
computer board.
It's like a computer board, and we essentially figure out if we can reuse it or if we that type of thing. So it's very much repetitive. I'm not like on a conveyor belt or anything. That would fucking suck. But I can have headphones and shit. I can sit down. If I have like a standing desk, the chair that I have is not a standing desk chair. So I'm like, but every once in a while I'm like, I just need to fucking sit down for a second, and I'll go back to my playing.
So is it like a return center where people send stuff back and you have to decide if you can reuse it?
It is technically a return center, but for Amazon. It's not like customer. It's like whatever stuff that they're using.
Is that too specific? Like,
I don't know.
Do you want me to cut any of that?
I have no idea what I can and can't say. I just won't say like names of the hardware because I know the names of some of the hardware. I shouldn't say it.
But how long have you been doing third shift? Has it been recent?
Today, well, it's my first week, so Monday through Friday.
So you're probably not adjusted yet to.
Well, I can't wake up to my fucking alarms apparently. I mean, it's really not that bad. It's just it's different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But I'm on the list to go to day shift, but there's an issue with space.
So it's like a wait list.
Yeah, it's one other guy and then me. So
The other guy will probably get it first because
Right.
he's been there longer.
Well,
Seniority.
that's why I said another guy and then me.
Yeah.
It's the wait list. The wait list. 1, 2. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm
I
saying.
put Lucy upstairs, and the way she looked at me when I turned around and closed the bedroom door.
Are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me,
she was
dude?
like,
Bro.
like she got excited when I told her to come upstairs with me. She's like, "We're gonna go lay down and cuddle," and I'm like, "Bye." Well,
God
she
damn it.
kept yelping, and we're recording, so.
But third shift, trying to adjust to a third shift schedules.
Well, they call it third shift because it's their third shift, but it's really not third. It's 5 to 1:30 a.m.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
So
you said that.
it's like a
Second.
late second shift.
Okay.
It's not terrible. 1:30's not bad.
No.
It still probably fucking sucks.
When you're not used to staying up past 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
it's kind of shitty. But
You'll get used to it.
the pay is really fucking good. So I'm like,
How much you get paid?
25.
That is fucking
25
amazing.
an hour.
Oh, I have something that if you're... I'm gonna wait till you're done talking about that.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, so do you either of you use LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, LinkedIn, for the field that I'm going into, I always read the accounting Reddit subs, and they'll always be like, yeah, I was working at my job, and then I got scouted on LinkedIn, and blah, blah, blah. I got scouted on LinkedIn
Nice.
From who?
from a company, I'm not going to say the company name, but a company was like, hey, we're hiring, it's entry-level accounting job. They're like, we looked at your profile, and blah, 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 we think that you'd be a good match, give us a call, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, it pays $45,000 a year, which it's salary, but $45,000 a year, and I make 42, so it's slightly more, and apparently it's 25 an hour, roughly. But I was going to apply, and then I remembered that I have been using weed gummies.
That's fine. That's fine. How long does it stay in your system? You don't
I
smoke.
took I bought a pack on Amazon of the 15 weed kits, the drug tests, and I failed it.
Yeah, but you just took them. If you just stop taking them, you don't smoke. You don't. I mean, you rarely eat those gummies, right? I mean, how
Yeah.
often do you eat those gummies?
I had one exactly a week ago.
So you essentially just started taking those gummies, and you're taking them sparingly. So
Yeah, I don't take them every night.
I would assume that it would be out of your system within a couple of weeks. So by the time you get through the process, you still have the interview. Yeah. You still have to probably wait for them to actually.
That's exactly what Justin said, and he said
Yeah.
I should go for it.
You should.
But also, I went to Kohl's and I tried to find an interview outfit, and it was an absolute shit show of a nightmare.
Don't go to Kohl's.
I couldn't find shit. And by the time I'll actually have time to go to Kohl's, or not Kohl's, but go look for an interview outfit, the position will probably be filled. Because I looked at the position that they were scouting me for, and there's 25 other applicants.
But there could be a lot of openings.
Like, they could need multiple of it, because it's for accounts payable.
Don't let an outfit be the reason you don't do it.
Well, then it would be a panic if I got an interview. I need to find an interview outfit now, and it'd be a whole thing,
Just
and I
wear-
also have school to worry about.
Just wear something mom gave you.
None of the pants she gave me fit me, and that's the problem I'm having, is finding pants that fit me.
What if I go buy you stuff and then I'll just bring it all to you, you try it on, and then I'll return it, the stuff.
That sounds like a lot of work.
But I want you to get a job that's good for you.
Go to a tailor. Get them custom fit.
Make your own clothes.
They'll measure you. They'll measure you.
I'll crochet my own pants.
You could. I mean,
Don't let freaking pants be the reason you
Well,
don't get the job.
I think that this is like the universe telling me it's not quite time to apply for a job. Well, I mean, there's other positions out there. Accounts payable is when a company owes somebody else money. So I'd have to make like phone calls and be like, hey, you owe us money. Okay, it's kind of like a debt collector in a way, but it's like 95% data entry.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have to make phone calls that
That
often.
would be amazing.
And then accounts receivable is when people are paying you money. Or wait,
So
I
which
think I
one
got
would
that
it be?
backwards.
you're
Accounts
paying
pay-
them.
Receivable is when money comes in. So people are paying you in receivable.
Yeah.
Payable is when you're paying money out. Okay, I got it all backwards. So account payable is where I would want to go. But there's plenty of them out there, and like I said, it's entry level. So
I think you're just nervous about it, and that's why you're.
I'm nervous about it, and I've one thing I've noticed about myself, because now that I am sober, there's a lot of qualities about myself that I'm like realizing. It's like I'm relearning who I am as a person. I have a massive, massive fear of failure. So if I feel that there's going to be a good chance that I will fail, I will not do it. Example, I took a drug test for THC and I failed it. So I was like, oh, nope, can't do it. Unless I'm 100% sure it is out of my system, I will not do it.
I mean, some places don't drug test for weed anymore. Yeah. Like Amazon doesn't.
In Ohio, it's to the discretion of the company. So it's a 50-50 chance. Right. If they test me for weed, I don't want to be in that position.
Is it a Ohio-based company? Or
yes.
Not Ohio-based, but is it the place in Ohio?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're in Ohio.
Couldn't you just be like, hey, I can't work until next month. Just tell them that so you have time for it to get out of your system. Because you can technically, like, pick when you start, right? Be like, hey, I can't, like,
yeah, you technically can. It would take, I say, another week, it'll be out of my system. So it's not really a good excuse that my brain's making.
It's just you're afraid of the failure.
Yeah.
So you're trying to think, oh, pants. I don't have pants that fit, so I can't do
I'm
it.
looking for little excuses to not do it because I'm not mentally prepared for the interview process.
It's really not as bad as you think it would be. Like, sure, they do, I'm sure they'll ask tough questions, but, like...
whenever they ask tough questions, I freeze.
Yeah. And
then I get real cringe.
Well, I mean, just take your time. I mean, you got to let them know, like, tell them, like...
Hey, I'm a cringy person.
No, I'm not gonna say... Like, let them know that you're going to think about it for a second. Like, or just sit there and think about it for a second and show them that, like, you're actually trying to give a meaningful answer instead of just
Google
some
it
slop.
really quick.
What I was planning on doing is like Googling good all interview questions that I, if possible, that I can possibly find, and then literally typing up what my answers would be, and then bringing that paper in with me and be like, "Sorry, I get nervous and my brain like blinks."
Zoom.
Yeah, could just
so I can just glance down.
I took so many notes for the last interview I had, and I had like sticky notes, like the Microsoft sticky notes, like on each side of the Zoom, and they asked me 3 questions, and I thought it was gonna be an hour long, so I had like so much shit.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, "Oh, that's it." I thought I fucking ruined it. I thought it was done. And then like an hour later, they're like, "So we want you." Blah blah blah. I mean, I don't know how that place is gonna be. If it's data entry, they might not be so strict.
With office jobs, there's a lot more interview hoops that you have to jump through. Versus like jobs like example where I work at Amazon. Literally, I showed up at a Panera Bread and met up with the manager, and they just... I remember one thing that he kept asking me during that interview. I'm not going to say his name, but you know him, Becca, because Becca used to work for the same company I do. He kept saying, "What do you like to do for fun?" And and I remember being like, well, and then I would stick to job related things.
I drink a lot.
I don't think I was an alcoholic as bad then.
Yeah.
Let
me be one of your drivers. I drink a lot.
And then like he kept asking that, like he was wanting to know personal information about me, and I was like,
trying to get to know you.
And then I was like, okay, fine. I like hiking. And at the time, I was a avid hiker. Yeah. I like hiking, and I like kayaking, and I like rock climbing. Like those were my hobbies then. Like, is that what you wanted to know? Because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense for this interview.
That's not good enough for me.
Yeah, no, it was just
kind of pretty.
It was really awkward because I was just like, it was because it was in a Panera Bread, so it was like, is this a date?
Like, it's like you were in the mode of professional. He was in the mode of casual.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And it was just like, this is not casual to me. Like, I'm not going to tell you what I do when I get off of work and I go home and I close the door.
Yeah. So what'd you eat for lunch? I'm like, bitch.
Panera?
Oh, I'm going to eat after here. No, Becca, I think you dropped me off at that interview.
Did I?
Yeah, you went with me.
That's right. I forgot. Because I remember watching you through the window. Well, that sounded so weird. And then I could see from my car you in the inside.
Speaking of which, I thought you were watching me through the window this morning because the first thing I see when I wake up is Matthew's awake. And it said his phone is off the charger. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you here?
That's so funny. We were texting the group chat like he couldn't see it.
Yeah. That was the first thing I saw. I literally opened my eyeballs, picked up my phone, and it was like, he's awake.
Like 1 second ago.
Yeah.
Matthew's awake.
I'm like... I felt so violated.
I have Matthew's location on Life 360, and it shows when your phone is charging. And I looked, I'm like, Matthew's still at home. His phone's charging. Dude. He's probably still asleep. And then I went back and looked again, and then it was unplugged. It wasn't charged. It said it wasn't charging anymore, and that's when I texted Becca immediately. So yes, it was live as it was happening.
I felt so violated in that moment.
He's in his bathroom right now taking the morning shit.
No, I'm literally. I haven't taken my morning shit yet. I for some reason I usually don't do this, but I went to bed with just my undies on, and I like was under the covers, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I can't even get out of bed now. But yeah, morning shit still has not been had, so let's wrap this up. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
My toilet is ready.
Yeah.
We're at 40 minutes, so we're close.
But speaking of going in professional mode and the other person's in casual, that's essentially how my first day was. I walk in and to the security area. I was waiting for a lady to walk through that said, like, the email that I got saying, I'm going to help you, I'm going to get you onboarded or whatever. And then a guy comes in and he starts talking to me, and I'm like, oh, what's up, blah, blah, blah. We're like immediately joking right off the bat. Like, we're vibing. I'm like, okay, sweet. All right, cool. And then every person that walks through, he like looks at them like this.
What the fuck?
Because he knows them. So he's like, you know, that's
And you're like, what is happening?
yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I'm like, what the fuck? And then we get to the training room with that guy, and then the lady who was in the email that said she was gonna onboard me, and the dude like almost immediately makes a dick joke. And I'm like, oh, we're good. Okay, I don't need to be so fucking anxious. So yeah, that set this tone for the rest of the night.
There's a gnat.
It's fine. It's gonna be.
It bothers
So
me.
you went in with like, you're like, okay, I need to be professional.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, dicks.
I was wearing a no, I wasn't like that. It was a kind of a random conversation that the two were having, where the lady was like, oh yeah, sometimes my son, I can't remember if she said son or daughter, needs to be like distracted because they're bouncing off the walls, so they go on Go Noodle, which is a website with like games and stuff. And the guy goes, that's like my slogan, Go Noodle.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, oh, okay, we can. And then they were saying like curse words and shit. I'm like, wait, I'm an adult.
Not
this is fine. Not the cussing. Guys, no cussing, please. You're gonna make me sad.
I'm just a baby.
So it sounds like you fit in pretty well.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now every day when that guy sees me, he walks up and he's like, what's up, you fucking twat? I'm always caught off guard by it, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
It makes you feel more comfortable. Probably.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't need to be so like
Stiff.
It's nice.
Just don't call him a fat fuck.
That was a low blow. Low blow.
I just edited that part of the podcast.
That was a low blow.
Becca, above the belt.
Above the fucking belt, dude. God damn it. That is something that was like when he would call me that, or not call me. It's not like he's like, you're a fucking twat. It's not like that, but he's just like, what's up, you fucking twat? Like it's lighthearted. But for some reason, whenever that happens, I immediately think of, you fat fuck. Like, for real, like that is like the next thought.
Aww.
Yeah. So you just yeah.
See, at my work, everybody knows my name, but I don't know anyone else's name.
Sick.
They're always like, hey, Caitlin! And I'm like, hi, guy.
Stranger.
Yeah.
Like, I went to a work party on Wednesday, and, okay, the only reason I know this dude's name is because Justin's like, hey, there's a Prime van here, and he took a picture and sent it to me, and I was like, oh, hey, that's my coworker. And I went and looked at the roster, because the number of the van was in the picture, like, because our vans are numbered, and then they send us a roster every day with your name and what van you're in. So I just looked, and I'm like, okay, van 22, and I looked, I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so. And then I saw him at the work party. I'm like, my husband sent me a picture of you.
What the fuck?
And I explained the situation, but I was like, I'm not sure is this your name? And he's like, yeah, that's my name. And he's like, I know your name. Well, technically I know your last name. And he's like, it's Lyons. I'm like, that's not my last name. And I was like, that's not my last name. And he's like, what, that's what a manager so-and-so calls you. I'm not using names. And I was like, yeah, it's not my actual name.
Yeah,
There was just a pure like confusion for a second.
You seem like a thrill to be around, dude. That's not my last name. That's not me. They're like,
Fucking idiot.
I did explain that was my maiden name, and he's like, okay, then. Oh, he's like, okay, then. Like, why are we having this conversation then? But no, I was a little shit. I'm always a little
You
shit.
just made him so uncomfortable.
I did, and then he left the
banter.
conversation. So
Oh, interesting how that would happen.
he just like walked away, and I was like, okay,
This is
bye.
why you have friends. I'm just kidding.
I have friends. I have
I know.
plenty of friends.
You have a lot of friends, actually.
I do. And
Too many.
anytime
It's
that my
suspicious.
brain,
Suspicious.
anytime my OCD is like, nobody loves you, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, if I was a piece of shit, why would I have friends?
You're a piece of shit with a lot of friends.
Am I your OCD?
Do what?
It said, am I your OCD? You're a piece of shit. When
Matthew, you're the voice in the back of my head that says negative things.
All right, I'm gonna do some whipped. I'm just kidding because it looks like.
What does it look like?
Why would
It
you
looks like a
say
whippet.
something like that?
What's a whippet? Like the dog?
No, it's like aerosol.
I
can.
know.
Fuck off.
See, that's pretty much what I did to that dude at work. Is I was just like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" I do that to people all the time. But normally at the end of the conversation, I'm like, "I'm just fucking with you, dude."
Mom is giving us a hard time about getting 2 cats.
Didn't you talk about that last time?
But
Did
you
I?
didn't say it on the podcast.
Oh, I said
okay.
after. But yeah, she's out of town right now, and we have to take care of the one that she has left because I had to take the other one to the airport for her. But there's one left, and we were going to get him, but we're like, well, we'd rather get it from a shelter, and then we'd rather get 2 because Mom was like, well, if you get this one, you're not gonna be able to get another one because like disease and stuff, and they work so hard to like keep him safe from that. But we're like looking at shelters and stuff, and we found 2 that we really, really liked. By now they're already gone. But we found 2 more that we really, really liked. One of them has thumbs, and we're like,
I love that.
but Mom keeps going, you can have 1. I'm like, why are we
Okay.
being so limited here?
What if you did this? What if you told her that you would get from a breeder and you'd get 2? I know this is expensive. Ask her this and see if her answer changes. Be like, oh, we're thinking about getting 2 Maine Coons from blah, blah, blah breeder, and see if her answer changes because they're purebred.
And
It
then
might.
just get them from the shelter anyway, and just be like, yeah, they're
They're purebred,
Yeah.
and then they're
You
like,
could do that.
they're like twitching.
Or you could be like, okay, this one, I didn't know it was pregnant, and it gave birth to this one, and it's just it's just 2 cats.
Nice.
Like it happened overnight. I don't know what happened. So you're allowed to have 1.
Yeah, but we're like, well, what's the hang up? Like, why not? Like,
Why not 12?
No, we just want 2. It's not like we're asking for 5.
You want a kitten, and then you want a buddy for the kitten so that they can both grow up together.
we want to get 2 at the same time so that it's like one isn't dominating the place and then another one comes in and then is like, oh, fuck you, buddy, this is my shit. So they both come in at the same time and they're both like, oh, you're here. Oh, sweet. All right. Yeah.
It's easier to get 2 kittens at the same time than it is to have an adult cat and then introduce a kitten.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to get like babies.
If we can, there's one that's 11 weeks. The one with thumbs. His name is Rico. But we'll probably change his name, even though Rico is pretty fucking sweet.
You should name him something after thumbs or something.
Yeah.
Opposable.
I fucked that up.
Name
I'm not
him,
even gonna try.
name him Tom, but with an H and a B that are silent. Thumb. What's up, Tom?
Or
Tomcat.
Posy, because Posy's like opposable.
Posy. That is
Posy's cute as
Posy.
fuck.
I love
But for
Posy.
a guy,
Yeah, Posy.
Posy.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. That would
Sounds
be.
like a flower.
That's a female name.
Oh my god.
That's a woman name.
Well, when you get a female cat, you name them something regal and elegant, and then when you get a male cat, you name them after trash,
Brick. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
like Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah. One cat is named that we saw. It's named after the road that it was found on. So it's like 5th Street. Blah blah blah.
What the fuck?
I'm like sick.
Sick.
Name it COVID-19.
No, we could. We could.
COVID-19. Call him Cove.
Cove?
Or yeah. Or Vid.
That's so cute.
Name him Cuffcath because of all the wonderful young boys that came out of that school.
Ugh. Vomit.
Name him Vid.
Just don't meet any of them behind a dumpster. That's all I have to say.
Or any of them in Washington D.C.
Is the
if you're
cat
at
there
a
though?
if you're at a protest.
Is the cat behind the dumpster?
It might be.
I'll go.
It might be.
I want to
Just
pet
get a
some
raccoon
kitties.
instead and be like, this is just a different breed of cat.
Like this one just get riled up really fast.
Yeah.
This one just gets so excited it's foaming at the mouth.
I wish I had a video, but there's a group of kittens around my street. And one day I got home from work and I sold the kitten. And I was at a work barbecue, so I had half of a burger on a plate in my car. And I just walked up and I set the burger in front of him. And the kitten was eating the burger. And Justin walked up and he's like, "Why are you feeding a kitten a whole burger?"
It
Like,
definitely shit itself.
He was like, "Why wouldn't you break it up into pieces?"
It just
Yeah,
picks
dude,
it
you could have
up.
killed that cat that day. You could have.
Like, I just said a whole burger and I was sitting there eating the bread. It really liked ketchup.
Aw.
Because Justin, like, picked up the burger and then broke up the meat.
I think ketchup is harmful to cats.
It has like the Jello stuff in it.
Antioxidant, like the.
Well, the
yeah,
kitten is fine. I saw it the other day because I put food in my backyard at nighttime for it to eat.
I think you saw the ghost of it.
Its mom was there too.
Yeah.
I want a cat so bad, but Justin says no because we're not allowed to have a cat because we're renting. And I'm like, but I want a cat.
But you have 2 dogs. What's the problem with getting a cat?
Just name
Let
the cat
me
dog.
talk to him.
I'm not allowed to have a cat because my landlord has had I guess cats in the past where their pee is so hard to get rid of.
Yeah, that is a problem. But I mean, if you just get a cat that's potty trained, then that's not an issue.
Well, cats can pee. Like if you own a cat, it's going to pee somewhere that's not in its litter box at least once in its life.
Well, yeah. But you just gotta
Find it and
strangle it. No, I'm kidding.
Well, like I watched this TikTok where this girl moved into this house and then she kept smelling cat pee, and it turned out that the cats who lived there before would piss, and it literally soaked into like the sub-level flooring. And they had to like literally do almost a complete remodel on the inside of the house. They had to rip up the floors and all the wood underneath the floor and everything, and rip up the baseboards and replace the drywall. It was a whole thing. Like cat piss, it is very, very toxic for you to breathe in, and it is very, very damaging to anything that it's on.
They're eating the cats.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
They're eating the dogs, the pets of the people that live there.
The fucking debates were cringy.
I didn't watch them yet. I still need to watch them.
Bro was talking about eating cats and dogs.
I caught that part on like social media.
There was. I will say I did see a video of a lady eating a cat before that happened. So I was like, I know where he got that from.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
In Ohio?
Yes, there's a city where Justin keeps talking. Yeah, Springfield, where they let in immigrants from I don't remember what country, and they're like basically like homeless.
Well, I don't think it was Haitians that did it.
They was just been them.
I think it just happened to be a black lady eating a
my
cat,
God.
and they're like,
No.
it's the fucking Haitians.
No, Justin said that he saw videos of like some people going out like to the pond like while there's like kids and stuff there, picking up a goose and snapping its neck and then bringing it back so that they could eat it.
The pets, the geese of the people.
But was there like? I feel like there's not enough context in a video like that.
I haven't seen it, so I don't.
Like where?
Dude, I want
like,
to
how do
snap
you
some
know where it
fucking
is?
geese neck, dude. I get it.
Yeah, they're the devil. I hate geese.
I'm
I
so
hate them
glad
so much.
we don't have geese anymore at our old apartment complex. That was like a geese breeding ground. There was always little ducklings walking around.
The ducklings are cute, but it's
Yeah.
not worth the parents.
I actually, now I think about it, I had a dream I got chased by a goose last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. Was it hissing?
I just heard like the pitter patter, like of it chasing me. Like I have been like approached by a goose in the last like year, where like I was walking out of my apartment complex and they're like walking across, like they're migrating in front of me, like on the ground, like going to the pond around the building, and like they look at me and go. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm just taking the garbage out, and I'd walk by one, and one like charged at me. But like I didn't move. I literally stood there and stared at it because I'm like, it's like a grizzly bear. If I move, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. But if I stand still, he's gonna stop. And he stopped. And then I snapped his neck and I ate him whole.
With geese, I deal with them every day at work, and I've never had one charge at me, but I wish a motherfucker would.
They literally look at you and go, like they open their mouth and go, pa, 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 pa.
Target locked.
Yeah, it's really, really funny to see. But there's that little part of him like, what if he just keeps going? Like what he's gonna nip at your pants or something.
If he keeps so if a goose were to charge at me and then keep going, I would punt that motherfucker so hard, and if it kept coming at me repeatedly and I kept having to punt it, fight or flight would kick in, okay, and I'd grab that motherfucker by the neck and
Really?
I would. No, I hate geese so much because like
Why not just
If it-
run away?
because I have to deliver a package. What do you mean?
What would
Like
you,
if it just kept attacking me, I would kill it. I would
Can't they
absolutely
fly?
kill
So
it.
What if it came at your face?
I mean, they could.
I forgot that they could fly.
What would you do if you kicked it and then you like tore something in your leg and you fell over and you're at his level now? You go,
I
starts beating on his chest and then he comes after you.
I could still grab it by its fucking neck.
You could, but if your leg is amputated at the knee,
I would have like a death grip.
you're,
Like it'd be
you're
like
bleeding out. You're like, oh, like you're not even, and then it's like, it hears your screech as like a war cry. So it's like, what's up, motherfucker?
I know that they're just protecting like their babies and they're very territorial, but I hate geese and I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
So if one were to come at me and I were to like have to defend myself by kicking it and then it kept repeatedly coming at me, I would end up killing it.
That's why I have a gun.
Can you imagine, like, you're at a park, there's children everywhere, a goose is attacking you? If somebody would record you and be like, this is why we need gun control.
That's funny you said. There was a video where this guy was getting attacked by a dog, and his Ring camera was picked it up. And for some reason, he thought he could just point the gun at the dog, and the dog would know what it was. So he literally was like, and the dog kept going, and so he just kicked it, and it like went backwards down the stairs, and then it ran away. But I'm like, you can't just go, and then go, oh shit! Like it's not.
It doesn't know.
It's gonna be like that looks like one of the treats I have. That was a dumb joke, but not one of the treats. One of the toys I have. Yeah. Time for another whippet. No, I'm just kidding. Don't stare at me.
Don't stare.
While I'm sucking on this thing, dude.
Deceive me.
Okay, I'll look away.
You can't swallow.
Don't worry about it.
I always hate that when I'm too aware of swallowing and I swallow really loud.
Yeah.
Every time I do it.
Yeah, that was an issue with training because there was supposed to be more than just me training, but it was just me. Oh, so it was me and then the two people that trained me essentially, and they gave me this water bottle, and then I didn't use it that day, but the next day I used it, and like I had to do a lot of stuff on the computer, and a lot of the time the room was just quiet, and I had to be like,
oh, I hate that.
It's so
much.
awkward. It's so awkward. I hate it, but
Ugh.
It was alright.
Or your stomach starts to growl and stuff.
Matthew, you know what you need to do? Next time Becca goes live, you should join the live and help me troll everyone.
Troll everyone? Mm-hmm. How much time do you think I have on my hands, Caitlin?
I literally get on before I go to bed, and like last time people were like, Katie made it weird! Katie made it weird!
What did you say again?
I was making Jesus jokes. I said, I'm not Jesus Christ, but you can worship me. The face that I wanted, remember? I was like, I'm going to say that on the pod just so Matthew makes that face. But no, you need to get on there because we talk about you all the time, but you're never present.
I'll just start saying slurs.
I'm going to block him.
Do it.
I'm going to do the thing where it's like, you say a name, but it's actually a bad word.
Oh, people have done that to me.
Thank you for resubscribing, Nick. And I'm going to say something to break it up. Grr. Because it's Nick space Gurr.
That's
Nick,
why I can't.
Thank you for resubscribing.
Well, Becca only says their first name. Like,
someone got me the other time, or the 2 lives ago, and they were like, I'm rating the vibes in this room. Can I be your vibe space raider? And I was like, sure you. I read it and I was like, sure you can be my vibe. And then I said it and I was like, shit, you got me.
You can be my vibrator. Sure, why not?
So
here's my address.
Your door
a few times
gets kicked down.
Becca's lives are so much fun. You should join.
Dude, I'm not on TikTok like I used to be. I'm at work.
You're such a party pooper.
I'm at work. I'm going. I'm like clearing off like thermal paste off of boards, and I'm replacing heat sinks.
What kind of experience do you need to do that?
They want you to have a year of data center experience and then a year of warehouse experience, and I have both of those. So they were like, "Use her, perfect for the job."
See,
they reached out to me.
In the entry-level position that I'm going for, they want you to have, almost all of them want you to have a year experience in that field. And what I have on my resume and on my LinkedIn is that I was a business owner for a year and that I did the accounting background for my business.
Did you actually?
Yes, I use QuickBooks, and I actually have a lot of experience in that business. Okay.
Kind of like the wife on Breaking Bad, like that type of
bookkeeper. Well, I mean, I wasn't smuggling money or anything like that.
Well, she was like, when she got caught, she was like, yeah, I use QuickBooks. And he was like...
Like, I use QuickBooks. I made the website. I found leads for jobs. I did advertising. I was able to get so much business for that Justin couldn't keep up with it all. Cut this part. So...
7825, code 6, 105 North Avenue, 52. Call again. Any callback unit on Turbo 600 northbound.
It's all a lie.
So you're saying you need experience, but what about the one job that they came to you? Could that count as experience?
That's why they came to me, because I have it down that I was a business owner for a year and I have experience with QuickBooks, which QuickBooks is an accounting software. So yeah, that's why they came to me. And that's why that I'll be able to get a job in entry level, because I do have some sort of experience. I just have to fluff it, make it sound a lot better than it is. Cause
next episode, Caitlin goes to jail.
yeah, like for bleep this. Matthew's over there in deep thought.
I'm trying to figure out. I had something else. I don't remember what it was either.
I'm talking about jobs.
We talked about your job. You talked about sleep. You talked
Oh,
about...
well, I guess when I do move to day shift, we will have to find a different time for the POD. But I don't know when that'll be.
Well, I plan on, as soon as I find an interview outfit, I plan on trying to find a job in accounts payable.
Just don't wait too long.
Why?
Because it will be like, it took me 2 months to find these pants, and now the job is taken.
Well, no, there's like, we live near a major city, Cincinnati. There are plenty of entry-level jobs out there. Like, I'm not worried that this might be the only one I can... No, there's plenty of them out there.
That is nice about the city, but also the city is also the shittiest part about the city because of, traffic.
If I lived like where Matthew lived, where for me to get a job, I'd have to drive an hour to work every day, that would be a little more concerning. But literally, I can walk to Cincinnati from where I'm at.
You could.
It takes about 15, 20 minutes to walk to Cincinnati from here.
I just imagine you in like a full suit walking to Cincinnati.
I'm on my way to do girl boss stuff. I want to girl boss too close to the sun. I want to be so girl bossy that I regret it later because I have too much girl boss responsibilities.
I'm going to make so many men uncomfortable today by my prowess.
Dude, I make a lot of people uncomfortable all the time. It's just my personality. I do.
Autism.
It is. No, it is because I don't pick up on certain social cues. Yeah. So I just keep going. If I think it's funny, I'll keep going with a joke until it's in the ground.
Yeah.
You're an accounting obsessed autistic woman. Mm-hmm. Numbers.
Your special interest is numbers.
I fucking love numbers. Like it's not necessarily autism, it's more so OCD because 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Gotta make sure that I gotta check. I gotta make sure that that door is closed, and I gotta check it like 6 fucking times. You know what I mean? Is it locked? Is it locked? Is it locked? I don't think I locked it. You didn't lock
Cooper?
It. Huh?
Are you Sheldon Cooper?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about going into fucking a STEM field. So yes, I'll become him, and I'll be anal about my seat on the couch. Which Becca's in my seat on the couch right now. That's where I normally sit. As you can see,
that's why it smells weird. Just kidding.
That's why also where Lucy lays is right there. But that is my blanket, and there's a pillow underneath of there, and I like curl up in that little corner, and then that's where I take naps and stuff.
I wish you were obsessed with hygiene as you were with numbers.
I take a bath every day. Excuse the fuck out of you.
Why does your fucking seat stink? You think you calling Becca a liar?
Because I have a dog.
You fucking reek.
It smells like dog in here.
You reek until it shrieks. It goes.
That sounds sexual.
Nope, it's not sexual at all.
I don't think that you know the people that I know.
Who the fuck do you know?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. You're thinking about it too hard. Stop it. Don't worry about it.
The thoughts are so strong, they're literally bouncing my head around.
Do not think of a purple dinosaur right now.
Fuck.
I love you. You
fuck.
love
I literally
me.
thought of like a stegosaurus, like it's like a 2D with the purple and green like little bones.
I thought of Barney.
Well, because you're a fucking bitch. That's why.
You're a child.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Goddamn, I don't know.
Your
why.
logic checks
I'm
out
being
there.
So mean right now. It's fine.
It's probably because you're cranky.
I haven't had coffee. I had a Diet Coke on the way here. I'm like, it's not the same. But I've been drinking coffee at like 9 p.m. so that I could stay awake.
I had a coffee yesterday for the first time in forever, and I went to go pick up Jackson, and I had so much energy. I remember I looked at him, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to peel out of my skin. And he was like, why? I'm like, coffee. And he's like, well, then don't drink it. And I'm like, but I love it.
Drugs.
He's like, she's driving right now. She's going to peel out her skin.
No, Jackson has reached an age where he is now like, he's turning 14 this year, but he looks like, okay, he was walking to my car and I did not recognize him when he was walking to the wind was blowing and his hair was like parted from the wind blowing, and I didn't recognize him. Okay, and the reason I didn't recognize him is because I like looked at him when he sat down in my car, and I was like, he looks like a little man.
Aw.
Like he's older now. He looks like a little man
All right,
now.
dude, keep it in your pants.
It's my
He
kid.
said he walked to my car and the wind was blowing in his
No,
hair.
that was when he was walking to my car.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. You looked over and it was
Really
like,
set the scene.
hello, is it me you're
That's
looking
not
for?
what I meant. It's my
can
child.
see it in your eyes.
I see.
And it's just like,
He's older now. Like I looked at him. He looks like a little. Have you seen Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
He looks like one of the
you're not
guys from Teen
helping.
Wolf.
You're not helping your case here.
I'm just saying he looks
you had
like-
a crush on as a kid. That's
No, I didn't watch Teen
The
Wolf
one that
as
you
a kid.
fucking humped your pillow to thinking about. Shaking the bunk bed. Becca's like, dude, stop.
This conversation is getting really, really uncomfortable.
Hey,
This
man.
is my child.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Nuh-uh.
He's my
It's
child.
your-
He's my son.
By law, stepchild.
He's still my son. I've been in his life since he was 3.
Sue was a wee lad.
But he hasn't been in your life since you were like 24. I don't know how
I
old
was
you were.
19 when I met
Oh,
him.
okay. I thought you were feeling 22. I'm feeling
You're
22.
like, I was wrong.
I'm feeling 22.
But no, he's older now, and I was telling Justin, I'm like, it's going by too quickly. I hate it. Because it is like when you have a kid, it is like it almost feels overnight. Like one day you look at them and you're like, oh my God, you're not a child anymore. Like you're not a little kid. You are almost an adult.
That's me with Josh every time I see him.
Yeah, you look at him and you're like, oh man, you're basically an adult.
Yeah.
Once they-
Our nephew is Josh. I
Once they
didn't
start
specify.
forming sentences, you're like, it's over.
Yeah.
Do what?
Once they can start talking, it's like,
It's over. Okay. I didn't hear the first part of what you said. I heard sentences. It's over, and I was like, okay, I guess that is a sentence.
You could always just have another kid.
I was gonna say I'll just make another one.
Yeah.
Oh, I never made the first one, but
14
I'll actually make one
Yeah.
because I'm his stepmom. Yeah, I'll have a kid when I'm like 35. I'm not gonna have a kid
So
until
tomorrow?
I am 30. I am not going to have a kid until I complete my degree. Because I am not going to be one of those, like, kudos to those fucking parents who do it, but I'm not going to be one of those parents who are juggling being a parent and going to school.
Juggling is very difficult.
That sounds like the worst thing ever. That sounds so stressful.
Going to school, having a child, and juggling all at the same time. Very, very difficult to do.
How do you drive?
I salute everyone that does that, by the way. I think that camera is crooked.
it is a little bit.
God damn it. All right, it's fine.
It's too late now.
You might be able to fix it in post by going,
Just a little bit.
yeah.
Just zoom in on Matthew's face the whole time, so it's only his eyes and his nose.
It's like all staticky because of how zoomed in it is. It's like the resolution is like pixelated.
It's just like,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
and then it's just Matthew going, breathe into your mic.
Do the face tracking thing so when it moves, it like. Well, is that it?
We've been going for an hour and 13. We got like 2 more minutes left. Any closing thoughts? Somebody is here. Well, come here.
Stranger.
I need to empty my bladder.
You gotta get in the frame so people don't think that I'm just saying I have a husband so that I don't want them to talk to me.
They're gonna fall in love, dude. Don't make them. Don't make
You're
them
gonna
do
lose
that.
your husband.
Everyone's gonna fall in love, and then they're gonna stop watching us. Be like, "Where's Justin? Where's Justin? Where's
We
Justin?"
need Justin.
We need to end the podcast now. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Thank you for watching.
Goodbye. You probably can't even hear anything Justin's saying because he doesn't have a mic.
Bye.
That's my husband. Okay, I am
Where's my
married.
husband? I'm not lying.
I'm not lying.
Someone
even-
loves me.
Someone loves me. Even though you won't get in the frame. Goodbye.
Bye.